All right, guys, you know what time it is. We're going testing today. I've been trying to test with this car now for like a month since I put the new converter in it, and I'm just now getting the chance. You can see if you look around outside, it's actually been raining all morning this morning, but it's looking good down there at 131, so we're gonna be making our way down there and hopefully be making some good laps on this thing. But I'm filming solo mode right now because Nate, our camera guy, has got other responsibilities right now, so he's not going to be able to make it to the track until like an hour after I get there. But that's okay, because it happens to be at the same time as what I'm trying to do testing with this. I also have to go help a friend of a friend tune his car. So you guys will get double content today from the track, testing with this thing, testing with, you'll see his car in a minute. Trying to get that thing to go into the 8s, so busy day today. Okay, we made it to the track. I got the car unloaded. I got my pop-up up. The weather is horrendous. And I don't know what the deal is, but every time that we've come to Martin this year, the weather just sucked. The density altitude is like 3,800 feet. It's like 113 on water drains. So I guess this is just training for if we run into bad weather. So if it'll spool good here, it'll probably spool good wherever I go for the most part, unless I'm up in like Colorado. But I'm here working on this. We're gonna make some passes in it. I'm also here working on, I mentioned earlier, Bob's stuff. Bob, this is Bob. So he brought out his Camaro today. I'm gonna start tuning on that thing. What's the rundown on that? What's the engine, turbo, trans?
It's a 5.3 LS with VS Racing 78, 75, turbo 350, Circle D converter. About it. HPI injectors.
Sweet.
Terminator X.
And how fast do you want to go today?
I want to go 9s today.
9?
I'll be happy with that.
What if we go 8s?
I'll probably cry.
We'll see. I don't know. I have no expectations. I just want to try and get it to where you want it. You're happy with it, then call it good. But yeah, we're going to be playing around on both of these cars. So at this point, I think we're both ready to make hits. So let's get up there. That was weird.
That was weird.
Didn't have forward gear then for a second there. I was literally getting ready. I was gonna back out of the water box and go back to the pits, but I put it in gear and then it just started working.
Oh.
So
how'd the rest of the run go?
Huh?
How'd the rest of the run go?
Good, it's just slow.
Yeah.
Just creeping up on it, I guess.
Alright.
I mean, it left really nice and it came up on the brake. Alright, so Bob made his first pass. His went not as good as mine, unfortunately. But I had to completely rebuild the fuel tune, of course, because somebody changed the map sensor and told it to automatically adjust the scaling. It just completely messed up our VE table, so I had to completely redo that. And now it doesn't really run that good. So I have to start working on the tune-up, which I was trying to not do on this thing. But It is what it is. It's crunch time. It's time to start working on stuff. So we gotta get the fuel on this and then try and make another pass on that. I'll show you guys the data log from that. I'm sure it didn't leave on very much boost. I might have to put CO2 in it. So we'll see. All right, so I think we found part of the issue. So there's a couple things that were wrong when he went up there. And I've gotten rid of the data log, dang it. But what was wrong was he had incorrect information in here for the fuel system. So it thought it had 43.5, it's actually 60. It was correcting like crazy because it was running just down here out of where I had all the fuel in, because it was not making any boost, because there's a small little knob right on the very bottom of this regulator right here. If this knob is not all the way on, it do not make any CO2 pressure. So we've got that on now. I've made fuel adjustments that should help it not be so nasty. I'm gonna fire it up, make sure it idles, revs up good for him, because we were pulling out to go to the staging at the same time, but so I didn't have really the opportunity to come back and fix it for him, but it was kind of idling like crap. I know when he was driving behind me. So I'm gonna try and fire it up and fix that stuff. And then we can go over and look at my car. All right, now we're over here on my car. I think I got that thing in a reasonable shape. Just had to mess around with the fuel table a ton. Way different than I thought it was supposed to be. It's just got something going on with it's not boost reference. The regulator isn't. We don't have the tools to plumb that stuff right now. So we're just going non-boost reference. So I changed a bunch of stuff on that. So I think I got that running good now. So now it's time to start working on this. That pass out there felt pretty good, except for the weird, we'll have to jack it up and look under there, make sure the linkage is okay in the transmission. Because no forward gears for some reason for a second. And then I just put it back in and it happened to work fine. All right, so we got the data off of our launch here. It's not looking how I thought it was gonna look. It looks like it was gonna make a lot of power. They made 20 pounds of boost. It should have gone faster than that. 4750, 11.5 pounds of boost. What is going on here? See, my timing retard is working fine. It was kind of lazy, but not terrible. Let's look at our converter pressure, I guess. $32 pounds on the brake, flashes up to 80 pounds when I leave, and falls way off right here. And comes back. That's fine. That's normal. That's what it's been doing right here. Wide open throttle. That's strange, man. I would have figured it would have gone faster than that with how much boost I had in it. Well, I'll keep looking at stuff, I guess. All right, so I was looking over the data log some more, and I realized I forgot I left my my big horsepower leaf tune-up timing retard on. So we'll take the timing retard right off of it because I don't think it needs it at this level yet. I think that should make a pretty big difference. getting there.
That's a lot better.
I don't know about a lot better. It was a 132 60 foot, 550 to the 8 at 130 miles an hour. So, I mean, it was, it's getting close to where I thought it should be for how much boost is going out the back door, and we're just leaning on the 60 foot, keep going. It's taking a lot more with this looser converter. Like I knew it was gonna take a fair amount more power just because it's looser, but it wants me to keep throwing more and more power at it, so I'm gonna keep turning the boost up and see what it does. All right, so made that last pass, talked about that briefly. I've got the data log here now. It's doing everything that I wanted to do, and I actually, earlier today, what I did is I changed my boost controller lines because I was using, and I probably should have filmed this or just forgot to, but I was using -3 AN stainless brake line for my boost controller, and I just could never ever, when it was like that, get the PIDs right to get it so it's not oscillating boost like terrible. So I changed it all to 1/4 inch push lock, shortened up the lines, and now it's working really good. So the inner dimension of that line, a -3 AN brake line, is not enough, I guess, to push that CO2 through it and operate the gate correctly. So interesting, just something I thought I'd throw in there. But yeah, I mean, it went 530 there, 20 pounds of boost. I don't have any timing in it, still way rich. And it left on exactly 10 pounds and 4,600 RPM. So it's taken more than I thought it would to go. I want it, if I can get it in the 120s today and like just have it happy down track to the 8th mile, I think I'll be happy with it, because I think we might only get one more pass in tonight, unfortunately. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll throw 2 more pounds of boost and 100 RPM at it, and I'm thinking that that's probably gonna put me into a pretty good power wheelie. I mean, it wheelied right there, and that was only a 132 60 foot, so we'll see what it does, I guess. I mean, I think I'm hopeful for the next pass. What do you think? You think it's gonna be good?
I think it'll be great.
Place a wager. You want to bet on it?
Air will get a little colder.
Air will,
Feel
that's right.
better.
The DA is coming down. I mentioned that earlier too. The air here sucks. It is terrible, but it's still the converter is doing its job good, because last time when I was here in this exact same air, it would not ever build boost like it is now. So yeah, I think we're getting the converter figured out and we're ready to go. So I got to work on Bob's stuff real quick. He's got the data log pulled up. He's making progress on it. It's actually running correctly now. Did you get that on, Pat?
I didn't get his, no.
Okay, so we're gonna go out there in this next pass. We'll get the next pass, and I'm hoping and praying that I can get this thing in shape so we can go 9s with that thing. But we're significantly further behind than I was trying to be on this car, on his car, I mean. But yeah, so we'll catch back up after that. All right, guys. So I got done with the data log on my car. Came over here to do his data log real quick. Look at information on this car. And we're starting to get somewhere. Our fuel curve is looking nice. We're only, you know, correcting less than 10% for pretty much the whole time. I mean, up there it's like 3%. It's perfect. Our boost is oscillating really bad, but I'll show you why, because that's what our dome pressure looks like. So right now, Bob is in there. He's trying to figure that out. He has the dome sensor is on a junction block, so the wires don't go directly to the ECU. They go to the junction block, and the junction block takes those wires to the ECU. My theory is that I don't think you can do that. There might be some issues with it. So he's in there rewiring that right now real quick. We're trying to get one more pass in before they close. If there's lightning coming, yeah, there's no way we're gonna get more than one pass. I'm trying to get up there right now. But I'm gonna change some things here, try and fix it. He's gonna try and fix that. And we're gonna try and see how fast we can get this thing going in 3 passes from no tune. From no tune to 3 passes, we'll see how fast we can go. So I'm gonna load this thing up and let's get out there. All right, so went out there and we spun the tire, and I'm excited about that because when we're spinning the tire in this car, that means that we're on the verge of going fast, because actually this car has been very hard to make spin. It always either goes slow or it power wheels when it's going fast. So the fact that it spun, I need to just look at the video that Nate took and see where we need to go to make changes from here. But right now, I think we're in good shape for Norwalk. I think after we do like a test session down there, maybe get a couple laps just in for testing at Norwalk, we'll be on the right pace. So, I mean, if nothing else, I can still just turn the boost up out the back door and easily go bottom fives. I mean, the 60 foot I'm going right now on the previous tune-up with less power, even that 60 foot should get me, I mean, 5.10s, maybe a 5.0 with a little more boost out the back door. So, and the times have been consistent with what I was doing on sick week 2023 when I took this thing to sick week. So there we were running 8.0s, and I think I'm a little bit faster right now. So I'm thinking once the time is right, we can turn this thing up in the 8th mile. If I can get this thing going at 490 8th mile, I could probably, I mean, I'll take power out of it and go with 790 if I can get the 8th mile in the 490s. So that ultimately, that's where I'm trying to go. Is it absolutely needs to be in the 4s for the 8th mile times. But right now I'm just not gonna get it. That was the last pass for the day. It's about to storm hard. There's lightning going on over there that you can't really see. Nate was trying to get it on camera earlier, we couldn't get it. Crazy storm coming in, so we gotta load this crap up and get out of here.
Yeah, how's that thing going?
Oh yeah, we gotta do that first. Okay, very last pass of the night probably. So there's a storm rolling in like I just said over there, and I'm trying to load my stuff up. Oh.
Like you said, do your run right now.
He said do the run right now, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna change some things real quick just to see if we can get him deep in the 10s. He went at 1080, so he's pretty happy with that. It's running better than it has before, so we're making progress on it, good. All right, so we made a 1045 pass. So I mean, that's a 4/10 increase from the last pass, with 3.5 tenths, but we'll call it 4. So 4/10 increase just from putting more power at it at the front. Like I spent all of 5 seconds trying to tune it because we're trying to get up there right before they close the lanes. So I'm sure he's gonna be happy with that. It's leaving super good. We just need to figure out, well, he's gonna figure out some wiring issues with his dome pressure sensor, and then that thing will be going 9s. Absolutely no problem. But for my car, everything is going good. You guys got the recap on that. And I think we're done for the day. So we're gonna get the heck out of here before we get soaked. I'm Kyle, thanks for watching my channel. Leave a comment what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. And as always, see you next time.